Silva Surfer wants to know the story of how you guys actually met.
So we actually met at an independent show, Northeast Wrestling for Michael Lombardi. It was one of when she first got the first time she was released from WWE. She started doing some indies, and that's where we met. We actually, I remember seeing her and being like, oh my God, that woman's beautiful, and not really heading talk to her, so I didn't know much about her. But then I remember we started having this conversation, and I was like, oh my God, and she's brilliant and she's fun to talk to and she has this wonderful personality. But again, I was like, I don't have a shot with her. And I think I was dating someone at the time. I think I was in a god awful relationship at the time. And I think Maria was too. And so you don't really think that much about it. But then we all ended up going out to eat afterwards. And me and Maria had sat across from each other. And we just we had this chemistry. She made fun of me because I ate mozzarella sticks with a knife and a fork, which I don't usually eat mozzarella sticks with a knife and a fork. But because I was trying to impress her at the time, I was like, I know what girls like. They like a guy that's proper. So of course, I ate my mozzarella stick, and she made fun of me for it. But after that night, nothing really like happened because we were both dating other people. But then a few months down the line, I think I DM'd her on Twitter because I was single and I think she was single at the time. And then we just started talking, and then she flew out for a signing in Philadelphia. I was living in Boston at the time, and I was like, oh yeah, that's a close drive. I'll come down. I drove like 7 hours down to Philadelphia to hang out with her, not telling her how long the drive was. So, and then from there, we just started dating. We did a long distance relationship before we moved in together. So yeah, it was actually at an indie show.
It's always difficult to have a relationship in the wrestling business. Were you hesitant to become serious with a female wrestler?
Well, I mean, I wasn't hesitant because I looked at her and I was like, oh my God, this girl's actually interested in someone like me. But I understand that perception that, wrestling relationships never worked, but there was something always different where we put our wrestling relationship aside, and we never considered ourselves a wrestling couple. We considered ourselves a couple who just happened to work in professional wrestling. And so it was never like, I knew when we met that she was the bigger star. She was always the bigger star because I was just some indie schmuck coming up. So I always knew that she was the bigger star. And I think our respect for each other and what we had done in the industry, and my respect for her and her respect for me, kind of helped us, because I knew that when we were at signings, people were going to want to meet her more than they were going to want to meet me. And I knew that in the airport, people were going to want to take pictures with her and not take pictures. Like I got that. I understood that. And it didn't hurt my feelings. And I think that actually helped. Like I wasn't jealous. I wasn't embarrassed. It didn't hurt my feelings or hurt my ego. And I think she always had this level of respect for me trying to make a name for myself. And she always kind of helped me and cleared a path for me and was like, this is the way you do it. Don't make this mistake. Try to do this. And I always took her advice. I always listened to her because she's got a good head on her shoulders. And I think the fact that we both had this level of mutual respect for each other, and the fact that we were just like, all right, we're just a couple first, and then we just happened to be wrestlers. I think that actually helped us in the long run. Well, I know it helped us in the long run because we're still together.
Did you ever have any situations where like other wrestlers were maybe coming on to her before you got married, and some of the wrestlers may have been higher up on the card than you, and like you didn't know how to react?
Honestly, that I understand that question, but that never actually took place. I feel like for the most part, because we spent most of our career together, like in New Japan and in Ring of Honor and in Impact, that we had a lot of respect in the locker room, and we respected everyone else, and everyone else respected us. And everyone was just like, yeah, that's just Mike and Maria. Like everyone just knew. And it was just one of those like, yeah, that's it. And I think there was just such a level of respect for the two of us that no one ever really approached that or touched that. And I'm sure people might have thought it. I don't know. I don't try to get into people's thoughts, but it never took place.
Okay, as I've seen it happen in wrestling with other females, so I guess you're lucky.
Thank you for watching the Hannibal TV. Please like this video if you enjoyed it and click the subscribe button to not miss any of our latest shoot interviews, match videos, or news updates. Support us on patreon.com for $1.99 a month to watch our full shoot interviews ad-free and help our channel grow. Follow us on Twitter at the Hannibal TV for instant updates.